Hi, and welcome to a new episode of Virtual Paddock. Today's episode comes just ahead of the Daytona 24 hours, so I will do a race preview for that one. Also for another endurance event, the Bathurst 12 hours, which is next weekend. Then I've got the news, and as the main talking point today, I'll do a review of Assetto Corsa Competizione Build 5. So, let's get going. It's the Daytona 24 hours this weekend. The start of the race will be tomorrow at 2:35 PM local time, which is 7:35 PM GMT. And 47 cars will be competing, with a total of 176 drivers in 4 different classes. The prototypes are now officially considered 2 different classes, and we've got 11 cars in DPI, the top class, and 4 cars in LMP2. And the GTs are split into 9 GTLM and 23 GTD cars. The DPI and GTLM classes will have all professional driver lineups, whereas LMP2 and GTD have to run as Pro-Am with only 2 platinum or gold rated drivers per car, and at least 1 amateur. 3 weeks ago it was the Raw before the 24 test sessions, and quite a few balance of performance adjustments have been made, but mostly minor tweaks. In DPI, Mazda Team Jost have to run with a rear wing from their high downforce package. And all Mazdas have had their fuel allowance decreased by 2 liters. Same with the Acura, whereas it's just 1 less liter for Cadillac. And Nissan have had their lambda value raised, up to 0.86. No BOP in LMP2 since they're all running the same car, the Oreca 07, with a Gibson engine. Then in GTLM, the only adjustment is a 2 liter increase of the fuel allowance for the BMW M8 GTE. And lastly, in GTD, the Turner Motorsport BMW M6 can remove 15 kilograms of ballast. The Lamborghini Huracan GT3 can increase the size of the air restrictor by 1 mm, plus also some fuel allowance adjustments, 3 liters less for the Acura NSX GT3, and 3 more liters for the Porsche 911 GT3R. By the way, speaking of the Porsche, it's a debut, because it's the new 911 GT3R, which is based on the 991.2. Qualifying took place yesterday, and it's pole position for Mazda Team Jost with the number 77 car, with Oliver Jarvis doing a 1:33.685, which is a new record. Then in LMP2, the Dragon Speed car number 81 scored the class pole. James Allen did a 1:35.904, which is 10th place overall. Then for the GTLM class, pole position went to the number 911 Porsche 911 RSR, with Nick Tandy doing a 1:42.257, which is exactly 3 seconds faster than the GTD pole time, a 1:45.257 by Marcos Gomez in the number 13 Ferrari 488 GT3 by Via Italia Racing. 2 cars did not set any time in qualifying. The number 5 Cadillac DPI by Mustang Sampling Racing, and the number 96 BMW M6 GT3 by Turner Motorsport. So those cars will be starting 46th and 47th respectively. And next weekend there's another endurance race at the other side of the world. It's the 2019 Bathurst 12 hour. The race will start at 5:45 AM local time on Sunday, the 3rd of February, which in General Middle Time will be 6:45 PM on Saturday, the 2nd of February. There's some contradicting information on the number of cars entering. Reports have been saying it's 43 cars, but the official entry list so far only shows 41 cars, 28 of which are Class A, which are GT3 cars. Then we've got 3 cars in Class B, which is the Porsche GT3 Cup class. Next are 6 cars in Class C, which are the GT4 cars. And the Invitational class has another 4 cars. 123 drivers have been confirmed so far. But one team has not confirmed any driver names yet. Ginetta Australia, they're listed with 2 Ginetta G55 GT4 in Class C. All teams are running either 3 or 4 drivers, so we can expect at least 129 drivers to participate. Mick Schumacher has joined the Ferrari Driver Academy. It was announced on the 19th of January. And Schumacher said that Ferrari has always had a huge place in his heart, of course with his father winning 5 out of the 7 world championships with the Scuderia. This year, Schumacher will be racing in the FIA Formula 2 Championship with Prema Racing. Meanwhile, Guan Yu Zhou has left the Ferrari Driver Academy and joined the Renault Sport Academy. Zhou will be racing in Formula 2 as well this year, with Virtuosi Racing, in addition to being a development driver for the DS Techeetah Formula E team. New content coming to Race Room Racing Experience in the next update, the Autodrome Most, and the 2018 season of the ADAC GT Masters. To be more specific, it's a 2018 season update of the cars in Race Room, so most likely not including Ferrari, Honda and Lamborghini, but they did announce plans to launch a full championship in collaboration with ADAC GT Masters. Volkswagen have announced plans to take their all-electric prototype ID.R to the Nordschleife. They already broke the Pikes Peak record last year with that car, and now they're aiming to beat the Nordschleife electric car record, which is currently held by the Neo EP9 with a time of 6:45.9. Day-to-night transitions are now possible in Assetto Corsa. Well, actually more even, a full 24-hour cycle. And this is made possible by a new mod called Sol, which is a successor to the Good and Bad Weather suite. 9 days ago, Kunos released build 5 of Assetto Corsa Competizione. And that update added the Emil Frey Jaguar G3 and the Zolder circuit. I actually got ACC just 2 days before that update. And originally I had planned to do a review video last weekend, but I ended up having some technical problems, so I've decided to do the review in this episode instead. Generally I've been enjoying it so far. It definitely looks great. The graphics are very well done. Now to be honest, it doesn't look as fantastic as Kartcraft in my opinion, which by the way also uses Unreal Engine 4. But ACC still does a great job. The UI is pretty good as well, though it was quite a hassle to find the FOV adjustment options. But aside from that, it's fine. Then going on track, the physics definitely feel realistic, which I mean is a bit of a big word to use for someone who's never actually driven a racing car. Maybe instead it's better to say it feels believable and immersive. I do think the force feedback could be more communicative with maybe a bit more detail. There aren't many options to customize the force feedback so far, but hopefully that'll change in the future. And after driving in ACC for a while, I can say that my favorite car so far is the Ferrari, and my favorite among the circuits is Misano. And when it comes to the new content, I do like the Jaguar. I haven't done any side-by-side comparisons with the cars yet though. And when it comes to the new circuit, I do think Kunos did a great job, it looks great, but I just don't like Zolder that much. But yeah, that's more because of the circuit and not because of the game. But there is one major negative in the game, and that is the inability to calibrate your pedals in any way aside from brake gamma, which isn't even visualized, unlike in Assetto Corsa. There's no way to set any dead zones, and I have a pretty stiff brake pedal, which is great for brake feeling, but it's almost impossible to get to 100%, so I usually set a little bit of upper dead zone. But I can't do that in ACC, so I can never brake as hard as I want to. And even with tires and brakes at working temperature, I actually have to brake earlier than usual for most slow corners, which ends up compromising my pace, and to be honest, it affects my enjoyment of this game. I really hope that Kunos will add dead zone options in the next few updates. But overall, I would still say it's a pretty good game, but that one major flaw keeps me personally from saying that it's great, at least at this point. So, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Next episode in 2 weeks, probably with race reports or highlights from Daytona and Bathurst. I might also do some video episodes in the meantime, depending on how much time I have. But till then, use the downforce, and see you soon.